Welcome. This is the WAC 1200 controller rotor setup and operation. First, let's configure a rotor for each antenna. This is called simple rotor operation, where each antenna is associated with just one rotor. The system has the possibility of up to 8 different rotors. Here we are configuring it so that when we select antenna 1, the system activates rotor 1, the antenna 2 drives rotor 2, the antenna 3 drives rotor 3, and antenna 4 drives the rotor 4. Now on to the operation. When we select antenna 1, rotor 1 is activated and so on. The active rotor occurs through the green rotor indication. Here another radio station selects antenna 2 and 3, and the system drives the rotor 2 and 3 respectively. The active rotor occurs through the green rotor indication. Now 4 radio stations, each antenna driving the configured rotor. Let's configure antenna 5 to also activate rotor 1 and antenna 6 to also activate rotor 2. So we can have antenna 5 and antenna 1 driving rotor 1. Note that rotor 2 is active with antenna 2 on the second radio station. Therefore, the activation of rotor 2 is not possible for the other stations. This occurs through the orange rotor indication that we see when selecting antenna 6 of the first station. When the rotor that was in use is released, the system activates the rotor that was previously blocked, changing the indication color from orange to green. Here we have a demonstration of remote rotor operation. Local operation indicates remote operation and vice versa simultaneously. For systems that have a stack of antennas, where each antenna has a rotor, there is another configuration in which it is possible to directly activate the rotors. This configuration is called multi-rotor. Here we are configuring it so that when we select antenna 1, the system allows the activation of rotors 1, 2, 3, and 4. The antenna 1 key is connected to stack match. We will cover the configuration and operation of stack match in other videos. For the antenna 2 key, we configure the activation of rotor 5 and 6 to use a second stack of antennas in the system. In addition, we configure the single rotor mode on antenna 8, which activates the rotor 1, antenna 9 with rotor 2, and antenna 10 with rotor 3. Multi-rotor mode operates by clicking on the rotor you want to activate among those that have been configured. Here we have the operation of antennas with single rotors. We hope this video has clarified all the steps for setting up the equipment. If you have any questions or need further support, our team is here to help. Thank you for choosing our products.